Hello students, I am Kavita Singh from Samarpan Gyan School, and we will continue here. Our second chapter of 9th standard science is matter around us pure. So in the previous class we learned about the types of matter, pure and mixture, and solution is a type of mixture, so we will continue here. Students, do you know that water is a universal solvent, and why it is called a universal solvent? Because water can dissolve a wide variety of the substance. That is why water is called universal solvent. And plant use this property of water for taking minerals from the soil. So it is a universal solvent. Okay? We can add many things in water like sugar, salt, and water can dissolve it. So it is called a universal solvent. Now, what is the concentration of solution? Here, concentration of solution. What is the concentration of solution? The quantity of solute. Okay, the quantity of solute dissolved in given mass or volume of the solution or the solvent is called concentration of the solution. So, here is the definition. The concentration of solution is the amount of solute. Okay, concentration of solution is the amount of solute present per unit volume or per unit mass of the solvent. Okay, for example, in this classes you can take a same mass or volume of a water and you can add some sugar, 1 spoon sugar in it. Now here you can add 2 spoons sugar in it, and you can increase the amount of sugar. So their concentration level is increases. Okay, their concentration level is increases. Now we can there are many ways to describe the concentration of solution, and you can see here two simplest ways to express the concentration of solution in the terms of mass by mass percent of solution, and second is mass by volume percent of solution. Okay, so these two types are very easy to identify the concentration of solution. Okay, so first one is the quantity of the mass of solute. The mass of solute in the per 100 gram of solution is called the mass percent of solute, okay, in the solution. And here is the mathematical expression, that is mass by percent of solution is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution multiplied by 100. Okay, so this is the first way, mass by mass percent of solution. Now second is the mass by volume percent of the solution, and here is the mathematical expression, that is the mass by volume percent of the solution is equal to mass of solute divided by volume of solution multiplied by 100. The unit of mass by volume percent may be expressed as the gram per milliliter or gram per liter, and you can remember one thing, their mass will be same, mass unit will be same. Okay, like if you take here gram, in the solute mass of solute you take in the gram, so you can take the mass of solution is also in the gram. If you can take the solute mass in the kg, you can take here the mass of solution is same unit, that is kg. Okay, and the same is here mass of solute, if you can take the gram per milliliter, so you can take a volume of solution gram per liter, and if you can take the kilogram per liter, so you can change the volume of solution the kilogram per liter. Okay, so this is the two ways to identify the concentration of solution. Now here the types of solution, there are three types of solution, that is true solution, suspension solution, and colloidal. Okay, so true solution, you can see here the true solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more than two substances. For example, sugar and water, if we add, so it can make a true solution. Okay, and in a true solution cannot be seen with the microscope. We cannot see the solute with the microscope. Okay, now suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture of a solid, okay, and disappear a liquid or a gas. For example, sand and mud in a water. Okay, now colloidal. A colloidal is a homogeneous mixture looking but heterogeneous mixture. Okay, it is a homogeneous mixture but it look like a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, and in the colloidal, the disappeared particles can be seen only with the powerful microscope, means their particles are bigger in size. Okay, and in a suspension, the particles can be seen with the naked eyes, means their particles are more bigger than colloidal. Okay, so we can see here the true solution. For example, already knows the example, that is the sugar and water in a true solution. In a suspension, mud and sand in a water, and mixture of milk or water is example of colloidal solution. Okay, now here the constitutions of the true solution cannot be separated by the ordinary filtration. If we can filter, we cannot separate the solute and solvent. Okay, now suspension. In the suspension, the size of the particles is greater than 10 to the power minus 7 micrometer. So the constituents of suspension can be separated by the ordinary filter, and the constitution of the colloidal cannot be separated by the filtration. Okay, so here is the particles of the solution. So in the true solution, their particle size are sorry, their particle size are smaller than 10 to the power minus 9 micrometer, and here in the suspension, the size of particle biggest in the 10 to the power minus 6 meter, and here is the size of solute particles is bigger than true but smaller than suspension. Okay, so their particles size. Now here you can see the Tyndall effect or scattering of light. You can see also called that scattering of light, and this is the Tyndall effect. Okay, scattering of light: when a strong beam of light is passed through a colloidal kept in a dark room, the pathway of the light beam through the colloidal become visible. Okay, this is the colloidal, so it can be visible, and these occur due to the scattering of light by the colloidal particles. The scattering of light by the particles of colloidal is called a Tyndall effect. Okay, it is a Tyndall effect. Now example of Tyndall effect is, you can see here on the screen. The Tyndall effect can be observed when the sunlight passes through the canopy of the dense forest in the forest, and mist contains tiny droplets of water which act as particle of colloidal disappear in air. So it is an example of colloidal. Okay, and this is called a Tyndall effect. Okay, now here is some example of colloidal. So you can see this is the types of colloidal: dispersion, when we add dispersal phase is the liquid, and here is the dispersal phase is the medium, is the gas. When add liquid and gas, it is called name of the colloidal system is liquid aerosol. Liquid aerosol means it is a liquid and it is a gas, so it is called aerosol. Example is a cloud. Now here solid and gas. When we mix solid and gas, it is called an aerosol, means here is the one is solid and gas, that like dust. In a dust particle there are solid particles and it is a gas, so it is called aerosol, and it is a mixture of solid and gas. Now here gas and liquid, like whipped cream, and it is a foam like structure. When foam like structure is you can see there is a gas and liquid, both are mixed, So it is the whipped cream. Now liquid in the liquid, emulsion, cream and milk. Sol means sol. If a sol is given in the colloidal name, means there is the mixture of solid and liquid, like paints, jellies. Okay, and this is the another examples of the colloidal dispersion. Okay, now here is the some properties of true solution. What is the true solution and what are the properties of true solution? True solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more than substance, you know that, and the solution has solvent and solute is the component. The component is the larger amount in the solvent and the component is the lesser amount in the solute. For example, salt in water. And these are the properties. True solution is the homogeneous mixture and their particles cannot be seen by the naked eyes. Particles cannot be separated by the filters and particles do not settle down. It can be mixed into the water or solution. Now solvent, the particles do not scatter beam. Okay, so this is the properties of true solution. Now here the properties of suspension solution. Suspension solution is the heterogeneous mixture. It is of two or more than two substance and here is the property. It is the heterogeneous mixture. Particles can be seen by the naked eyes and it is their particles can be separated by the filtration and their particles is settled down after some time and their particles are not settled down, they can unstable. I means they can moving in the solution, they can unstable. And the last one, the particles scatter a beam of light is through it and the pathway of the light is visible solution. Oh, okay. Now here is the colloidal solution. Colloidal solution is the heterogeneous mixture. Okay, like a example is a starch in water, albumin of egg and milk. So this is the examples of colloidal. Now properties is here. It is a heterogeneous mixture, cannot be seen by the naked eye but it is seen by the microscope. Particles cannot be separated by the filtration. Okay, and the particles do not settle down at the solution is stable. Now the particles, last one, the particles scatter a beam of light passing through it and the path of light is visible in the solution. On the basis of their properties, means the basis of the true solution property, suspension solution property and the colloidal solution property, you can differentiate between a true solution, colloidal solution and suspension, right? So I hope you can understand everything in the today's class. We will meet into the next class. Okay, bye.